What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Rocky Top Collectibles. Today we have episode 2 of our Bourbon and Banter series. As you can tell, we've got our bourbon, and we've got a Origins hobby box that we're going to be opening. Not the bottle, but hey, it'll still work. But the drink of choice tonight, as you guys can tell, it's going to show up from that angle, is Angel's Envy, which is one of my absolute favorites. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pour a glass to get it going, and then we'll start going over some stuff. But I would say Angel's Envy, absolutely, it's my go-to. I know last week was a little bit special. It was, episode 1, but we also started off with Eagle Rare, really because I found Eagle Rare and wanted to drink it, of course. But yeah, so we've got Angel's Envy, which is pretty easy to find. I say that I've also looked for it and had issues sometimes, but majority of the time I can find it. This is the regular, it right around like $50, which is pretty solid. This is port, wine barrel finished. They do have a rye, which is I want to say it's finished in rum, like rum barrels, but it's pretty solid. That one's right around 100, but for this one, so it's generally sweet too. So you kind of have, so I can do like a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of maybe maple syrup, some spice. But we'll do a quick neat sip. Obviously, I want the ice to melt a little bit for me, but it's still extremely smooth. You still got the hint of spice. There's no burn for me. Maybe a little bit on the a little bit of afterburn, but not much. Still kind of vanilla, a little bit of nuts, and just straight delicious. Let's get one more in. It's so good, guys. But yeah, definitely, Angel's Envy is my go-to when I'm out, and it's probably my introduction bourbon. If I had if I had Eagle Rare or anything like that on hand, obviously I would introduce somebody to that. But if I had to introduce anybody onto a bourbon and it was easy to find, it would be Angel's Envy. My friends that I've converted to bourbons, Angel's Envy is the one I recommend, and I start them on, and they absolutely love it. But hey, it might not be for you, excuse me, and that's okay. But what I wanted to go over is I found an old collection of sports cards. It was a few thousand. It was from family. So I was like, I'm going to go through it and see what we have, and then obviously we can send some of it to get graded. Right now, PSA is closed, so these will probably go to SCG, the CGC version of sports cards, which not a big fan of their labels, but the grading service is still great, and I love CGC cases, so it's just them in obviously a CGC case. So I think I've gone through maybe 200 or 300 so far. Excuse me. And we'll just go over what we have. So this was a pretty good one. So I really thought we had some Julius Ervings in here for like early years and rookies, but that was like the one I didn't have. Hank Aaron, George McGinnis, Wilt Chamberlain, Dan Easel. One had Artist Gilmore in it. It's another Artist Gilmore. Phil Jackson. So you can tell pretty solid. So I'll just look at this. We'll look at the Kareem. This is a beautiful card. Overall, pretty decent condition. Especially for, this is like, you're looking at like 1972, 71, 73 for most of these cards. To be in this condition, and really when you're looking at old cards, most of you guys know that are watching this, it's the corners. The corners get you because this is just cheap cardboard, and you can tell that this Kareem's corner. And then even, it was rough putting them down into the cases, guys. Like, I was even like, just sliding them in, like it would sometimes like bend the corner slightly, and it was rough. It was just to put cards in there was extremely slow. Some Archie Manning rookie cards, which aren't crazy valued. I want to say maybe like 100, 150 graded as like 8s. 10 Hendricks, Ray Guy, another Kareem. Oh, he's looking multiple ways. I don't think I noticed that those were actually different. I thought these were all the same Kareems. But really cool cards. Yeah, so far, there was a lot of Kareems. Another Dan Easel, Jerry West. But really, when you're looking at these cards, guys, it's just hard. It's hit or miss. Like, the centering's off. Because, these weren't meant to be, these fancy collectible cards. Like, they were just, made back then as just part of it. Part of the collector, not really collecting, it was just for kids. And then, obviously, kids grow old, and then we collect as adults. Another Archie Manning. This one really, honestly, this one had like almost no value. I think it was like a $6 card, but I still gonna get it graded because it's still pretty cool. George McInnes, and also some of this when you look at like reselling, you know, when you're looking at vintage cards, some of it's just big names too. So if it can move. A couple of Jim Liggins, and then another Archie Manning. There's still so much to go through. I didn't go through the Hank Aaron I pulled out in the Willie Mays. So I'm going to get these away from anything alcoholic. Just because there's some pretty high dollar cards in there. You guys know that. We get a sip in. God, it's so good. Definitely try it if you haven't. I'm sure somebody's watching this and loves Angels Envy. But we will get into this. So Origins is one of my favorites when it comes to, you know, modern collecting. I think the cards are very well done. I love the look of them, and they're generally a thicker card too, which is pretty cool. The only thing that gets a lot of people about Origins is they don't like is generally this is the first set that has been introduced with the rookies in their professional uniforms. So some of them have double zeroed uniforms, which doesn't bother me. Some people it does because their numbers on there, not on there. But I want to say like the rookies or like the major hits out of the quarterbacks generally have their, you know, correct uniform on or correct number. So we're gonna get into it. So let's just go over it. So you've got find two autographs, including one rookie jumbo jersey autograph per box on average. So as you can tell, this thing retailed for $500. I want to say as of the video, they're still going for about $500. So you can kind of see on the back. Let me get a little bit closer for you guys. So you got Panini Origins football features, 192 card set, 100 base, 50 rookies, and 42 the rookie jumbo jersey autographs, which are pretty cool. Guys, let's get into it. This has been sitting here since it has released. I've just had it, been waiting to open it for the right time. And today is, so I posted my episode 1 Bourbon Banter on Christmas, but actually today is Christmas. So you guys are probably seeing this next week. Oh, how did this not go through? So Happy New Year. But let's just see if we have a absolutely Merry Christmas. But hey, the first episode, if you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. If you have, obviously we pulled that Mac Jones auto. It did have, looking at it, it did have some print lines, which were kind of unfortunate. The front of it was beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The back was loaded with print lines, so it's not going to get graded. Because right now grading fees are, you know, it's $150 to go to it slides off the bottom. To go to PSA, which, hey, so you can see everything out of it. Beautiful color blast. Alright. Let's see the best way to do this. This is a single packer, guys. Alright. Let's get one more swig in for good luck. This one goes down so easy. Make sure the hands are nice and dry so somebody isn't, so you guys don't fuss at me. Alright, the glass is pretty good. So let's do it. It's probably, I don't know. We'll leave this guy on the back so you'll be able to see. Alright. So we're gonna do, let's do it this way. Go behind. Let's move this glass out of the way. We'll leave the Angels Envy back there. Alright, this is not easy, guys. It's not easy to do a single pack, though when you're talking a $500 pack to keep it suspenseful for you all. So let's start with the back card. Or the back's the good cards, I don't know. Alright, so we've got a Taysom Hill. Still starting, obviously. An 18 out of 25. See, Origins, absolutely. Let's see if might be the lighting. It'll work. It's just you can barely see the 18 to 25. Absolutely beautiful cards, though. All right. But he's definitely doing pretty well. I mean, for what he's kind of fallen into. Let's get this pack out of the way. All right. Let's see. All right, Brandon Ayuk, just regular base, unnumbered. All right, Terrence Marshall Jr. Also a nice card. See, absolutely beautiful. Usually get some decent rookies out of these. But really, it's going to be hit or miss. All right, so this will be the RPA, or Najee Harris. 79 out of 199. This isn't RPA, is it? All right, so we're down to 3 left, so let's just start taking. David Montgomery, numbered. All right. There we go. Elijah Moore, Jets. They're pretty cool. I do wish this was on card, though. I really do. But that's all right. And then last is a Javonte Williams. So this is the on card. Really nice. I really like how he did his signature, though. Broncos. So we can scoot this back now. Let's go ahead and sleeve this bad boy up. So nothing crazy, though. See, that's the thing. Let me know what you guys think about this product. I don't even have a big sleeve over here. So there's our 2. So let me know what you guys think about this. This is kind of like one of those extremely high risk. Obviously, you're getting guaranteed that on card auto. Let me know what you guys think of the product. Personally, I think it's a bit overpriced at $500. I don't even know if you would really make, if you didn't get like one of the decent cards. I don't know if you would make even half that back on a good day, especially with where the market's at. Personally, I would say this would be maybe like a $300 product, but it's still beautiful cards. I do like that they have. If you are a big Origins fan, you can look at the International Blaster boxes, which are still kind of expensive. But if you want to build out the set, that's the best way to go. Obviously, hobby boxes are the best way to go if you want number cards. If you really want the better chance of those big hits. But I hope you guys enjoyed episode 2. Definitely get some Angel's Envy if you haven't. It's a wonderful bourbon. And then I hope you guys enjoyed this, and we're going to continue doing this. But hey, I appreciate it, and good luck out there.